A look at the bracket shows you the winner of this Super Regional will take on the winner of Stanford-UConn. That game going on as we speak. It was UConn winning 13-12. The Huskies trying to get back to Omaha the first time since 1979. Very quietly, that's been a really good program for a number of years, a regular in the postseason as well. And you know what Stanford has done over time. That's a blue blood. We've got two blue bloods here. Two blue bloods that haven't played against one another since Omaha in 1989. That was 39 years ago. Arkansas has been to Omaha 10 times. Carolina has been 11. But both are coming off heartbreaking Super Regionals the last time they got to this point. Tar Heels are 3 outs away from forcing a game 3. It won't be easy. Battles, Stovall, and Gregory coming to the dish for the Razorbacks. Hot shot off the glove of the third baseman, and that will be a base hit for Battles. Castagnazi could not field the sizzler from Battles, and the tying run is at first.
Oh boy, Battles is aggressive early on, hits this ball right into the 6. So Castagnazi almost makes the play. Sreddy's almost able to get that bounce back to him. But all of a sudden, Arkansas, they're not going to go quietly. We know that.
This is the 4th inning of work for Davis Palermo. Scott Forbes said he can give us 9 outs. You're looking for more than that today with your season on the line.
Remember, we go back to yesterday's game. Stovall, he's shown his home run power, blasting a home run yesterday. Already has 2 hits today. He's been a hot bat for Arkansas.
Breaking ball, just missed. Palermo's longest outing of the year, 3 1/3. That came early against UNC Wilmington. He threw 60 pitches. He's at 44 right now. Comes back with the breaking ball, and it's driven toward the gap in right center field. Honeycutt cuts it off. Speeding for third is Battles, and they're at the corners with nobody out. Peyton Stovall has ignited in Chapel Hill.
Telling you, Peyton Stovall, boy, he is somewhat hot. Hits a home run yesterday. This is his 3rd hit today. Stays on the breaker. Does not pull it. Hits it right back to the big part of the field. Battles now, the tying run is at 3rd with the winning run Stovall at 1st.
And again, Arkansas is the home team here in game 2. That would flip in game 3. And the Razorbacks are going to go to the bench. And this is a young man that has come up with some key hits this season, including a walk-off against Ole Miss, a walk-off homer, that is. Kendall Diggs, the freshman from Olathe, Kansas. 6 foot, 205-pound freshman. And Carolina wants time. That's the pitching coach, Bryant Gaines. Talk things over here. I can't stress this enough. This is the difference between the two. The Tar Heels don't have a ton of options here. Arkansas with so much depth. If your guy gets in this spot, well, you just take the hook and you go on to the next guy who throws 95 and nasty sliders. You don't have that luxury right now if you're Scott Forbes, Bryant Gaines, and this Tar Heel pitching staff. Do see some activity right now in the Tar Heel bullpen to our left. And it's Caden O'Brien. And that's Pry as well, Nick Pry. We've seen both of those young men. We saw them yesterday. Diggs pinch hitting for Zach Gregory in the 9-hole. 2 on, nobody out. Comes right with the heat, starts him off at 93 for strike 1. 2 winning hits on the season for Kendall Diggs. Great stop behind home plate from Frick.
And these are the situations here. If you're Diggs, it's about making contact. Worst case scenario, you put the ball in play and at least you tie this ball game. And for Frick, boy, this is a great block. Being able to get his body in front of it, just keeping that ball right there, not to be able to get those guys to advance the extra 90.
1-1 breaking ball misses upstairs. Diggs is a guy they believe come next year is going to be a star. There's a lot of talent that Kendall Diggs already possesses as a freshman. He's just got so many guys ahead of him this year. Three and one.
Oh, you're looking for that heater now. Has to throw you a strike. The last thing that Palermo wants to do is get Stovall over to second base and have bases loaded. So if I'm Diggs, I'm looking for that heater. It's going to be a strike, and it's a yes, yes, no mentality, meaning I'm going to swing until that ball tells me not to.
Diggs wanted time, didn't get it, and takes the pitch low and inside anyway. And Braden Webb comes to the plate, and this is what Webb did back in the 5th.
Oh, he crushes this ball, shows the output power to right center field. Ball hits off the netting to give, at that point, Arkansas a 2-0 lead. And now this is a situation where, oh boy, there's nowhere else to put a guy. You need to go right after Braden Webb, and he's going to be looking for something out over the plate that he can drive into the outfield.
A base hit could send Arkansas to Omaha. Ground ball left side. On the glove, Serretti to second for one, over to first, not in time. Not in time. Arkansas has tied it up.
And it's being aggressive early on. You're going to get a pitch to hit, almost sneaks it into that 6-hole. Great job by Serretti there just to get the force out, keeping the double play in order. As soon as that ball was hit, I knew that you weren't going to get the double play there. But now, being an infielder, now you're going to have to play infield in because that winning run is sitting 90 feet away from home. Now the option is, do you walk Slavens to get to Wallace Island? I don't know. I don't do it.
It's going to be somebody else's problem because that's going to be all she wrote for Palermo. Palermo will give way. And that's going to be Caden O'Brien, who we saw yesterday. Talked about the heartbreak for Arkansas last year. They were along a similar trajectory as Tennessee was this year. Won the SEC tournament, #1 in America. What do? They win game 1. They score 21 runs. 21-2, they win game 1. They lose game 2, 6-5, a 1-run loss. And then they pull out Kevin Kopps in game number 3 and pitch number 118 in the top of the ninth. He serves up a home run to Torres, and Arkansas, over 12,000 fans dejected at Baum-Walker Stadium as the Wolfpack stunned the Razorbacks and put an end to what looked like a magical season. So here's Arkansas, 6 guys in this starting lineup from that team a year ago, trying to do what they just fell short of a year ago, and that is make it to Omaha and get back to the College World Series. Caden O'Brien, the senior left-hander, it's all on his shoulders here with the Tar Heel season on the line.
And he's had a good season, 34 strikeouts in 28 innings, 15 walks. He's not going to go out and just give you the on base. You're going to have to earn it. But boy, this Arkansas team has come out in this 9th inning, and they have just been nothing but on fire.
Arkansas today 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. With O'Brien, you do get the lefty-lefty matchup, assuming it's going to be Slavens here. A 4-1 win for Arkansas yesterday. Razorbacks led 2-0. Tar Heels tied it up at 2 in the 7th. Got the go-ahead run in the top of the 9th by an unlikely hero in Patrick Alvarez. And now we've come to cases here in the bottom of the 9th. Tar Heels have to win to stay alive. Arkansas with a base hit here will be headed back to Omaha.
Well, you don't need a base hit, just something deep to the outfield. Sac fly wins it anyways. So something that you can drive. You're looking for something that's out over the plate. You're not looking in, you're not looking down. You want to hit something deep into the outfield.
Infield in, outfield shallow. First pitch to Slavens is a ball. A grueling regional in Stillwater, then a trip to Chapel Hill. Arkansas says they've got one trip left. Base hit! Arkansas is headed back to Omaha! It will be the 11th trip to the World Series for the Arkansas program. The 7th time under the direction of Dave Van Horn. What a 9th inning for both sides and a memorable hit for Brady Slavens.
Oh, lefty Slavens just smashes this ball right back up the middle with playing infield in. There's a lot of room in that infield, and he is able to find it. And there's that game winner. What a comeback by Arkansas. It looked like the momentum had shifted to UNC side, scoring in the top of the 9th. And Arkansas, the bats just came alive in the bottom of the 9th inning.
From Stillwater to Chapel Hill, the Hogs will now be called to Omaha for another College World Series. And you have to feel good for all those players that were on that team a year ago that everybody thought was destined to make it and fell short. That has been the message throughout this offseason, throughout the season, and into the postseason. They were not the most consistent team. They had some rough patches throughout the regular season. They went 2-out in the SEC tournament, and they had their backs against the wall against Oklahoma State on the road. Backs against the wall here in Game 2, but they come back a 2 spot in the 9th, and the Razorbacks are headed back to the Promised Land.